for 26, I'm going to discuss each of these, and this is a very important one to understand for our upcoming exam. So the graph at the right represents the height of the water in a bottle as a function of the volume of the water in a bottle for which the following bottles. Okay, so what we're thinking of is this is as you fill up the bottle, you add more water to it, how is the height going to change? Well, this one, as you fill it in, the height's going to change fairly constantly. So the graph should look something like, it should be basically a straight line. Now, the steepness, that's a question. I don't know how steep, but it's going to be straight because it's going to be a constant. As I add more water, it gets up the same amount. For B, what happens, you can see the top part's going to be a similar constant rate of change, but what happens down here, it takes more water initially to get any height, but then as we go further up, adding less water gets us higher up. So how does that thing going to look? So it takes more water, but it takes, as we get up there, it takes less. So it's going to go, it's going to not, it's not really time, but adding less water gets us higher. And then there's going to be some place where it'll become constant, a straight line, because of this shape. So C is going to be that opposite. It's going to start off constant, so I have some kind of constant rate, and then notice it's going to take longer, more water to get more height as we go further up to a certain point. So it's kind of like faster, but then it's sort of not faster, but more water to get more height. It's going to go have that kind of a shape. For D, let me do this down here just to kind of mix it up a little bit. So again, it takes water, it's taking less water to get more height, less water to get more height. So we get more height out of less water. It's going to go that way. When it gets to here, it's going to be the opposite. It starts taking more water to get the height, and so it's going to go like that. It's kind of that shape. And finally, we don't see anything like this graph yet until, so it must be E, and let's see if we can talk our way through E. Starts off kind of fast, but then it's well, not fast, but the amount of water we put in gets us less and less height, right? Less and less height. So we're putting in water, but we're getting less height until we get to the middle, and then it reverses as we put in more. It takes less less water to get height, so it goes the other way, and that's what this graph is doing here. So that's E. But you have to understand each of them, because multiple choice tests, we could put all of these and we just change this graph, so you have to understand which one's going to do what. Awesome.